Hey there, friends! It's Renee Martin Band.
You.
Wait, I gotta make sure the volume's up because why? We want to hear y'all, and we got a live and everything because we want to hear who's here. Hey! Hey, my, hey! What's up, guys? What's up, friends? Hey! We got a whole bunch of friends already up in here. How are you guys? So, Bartender Ben, how you feeling?
I feel amazing.
Oh, you feel amazing?
I'm feeling well.
You feeling real?
Really well.
That man,
Yes,
we're
really well.
excited. We're excited. It's about to be a real show because who's our guest today?
A taste of culture.
Yo, you gotta speak up. You gotta speak up, man.
I got the mics. So I ain't gotta yell.
Yeah, I mean, you
Hey,
gotta
we got
yell.
new. Hey, time out. We got new mics.
Yeah, so let us know if you can. You
See,
can let us know if you
there you
can.
go. There you go. We blowing it already. You know, so we upgrade our production value and all of that. So we want to make sure y'all can hear it. So,
It's a taste of culture. We got new mics. All that stuff happened. I knocked over some wine because I'm so hyped tonight. Yeah.
Right.
And a pregame because today has been a long day. So let us know if you can hear us in the microphones and all that. We want to know if you can hear us better quality sound, all of that. All of that. So we're excited. We're waiting on our friends to join us today. Martin, take this away while I clean up my mess.
Bet. Well, tonight we're drinking on how you say this?
Rosé Cleon.
Hey, I can't do all that.
It's French.
Hey, it's French. Oh my God. Hey, you know what? This is a Hennessy brand. That's tight. You know what I'm looking for? Alcohol content. 12.5%. So this is a bubbly. Pouring that up. See, look at that.
And I cleaned up my mess like
Hey,
a good adult.
Hey, now you're gonna restart. Hey, how you doing? It's a Rose AI podcast. Bartender Ben here with Renee J. Johnson.
Yay! And
I think
a taste of culture is in the room. So let me go ahead and let them in.
Let's do it.
So we just let them in. Hopefully he's got the invite. So Ben, you actually interviewed him, right?
Yes.
Oh, and that was a great interview, right?
Yes. I'm glad we're getting to, tying it in now because that was a while ago.
Oh, it was some time.
What was it, like 2019?
2020?
What year is it? 2020?
We started podcast last year.
No, we started in 2019.
No, 2020. It was literally in the pandemic.
I gotta check on that.
Cheers.
Hey.
Familiar faces. How you feeling, brother?
Good. How are you guys?
Oh, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me?
We can't hear you. Let's try to make sure we can hear you.
How about now? Let's do
All
it.
right, we have our volume all the way up.
Can you guys hear me now?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
We can hear you both. So we're in a pickle right now. We can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Y'all can hear us.
Really?
You can hear us, but we can't hear you.
Oh, I got a new iPhone today, so I hope that's not my fault.
Your thing.
Yeah. Let's see how we can hear you. We're gonna try to get you on the iPad as well and see how we can hear you. Give us 2 seconds. We're gonna try and get it another way.
Happy Thursday, people. If you can hear me.
I feel like my mama over here. I'm like,
a wine glass emoji.
How can we hear you?
What's going on?
This is so weird. We never had this issue before.
Gotta love technology, right?
Might be.
I believe so.
Okay. Can you hear us now? Sean,
Yeah,
can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can hear us fine.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't hear us. Okay, well.
So you can't hear through that. It just turned up?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Okay. Can't hear us.
Okay,
But it's a delay.
Yeah, that was a pretty long delay.
It's a delay.
let's try to unplug the mic.
Let's unplug the mic. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Now, Sean?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah. So we try to get these new fancy mics, right? And it didn't quite work out because we couldn't hear audio, so we got to figure it out.
Hey, you'll make it work. You'll make it work. Don't worry.
Yes.
Well, darn. Well, that goes with technology. That happens, right? You try to make something happen and didn't happen.
It does. But hey, you'll have it for next time. It's all good.
Yeah, well, we'll work out the kinks, and next time it'll be good. But we're excited to have you, and I know you and Ben, y'all met before, so
we did.
Hey!
I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it, Ben. We did have a good talk. I want to say it was like last year, huh? Like around this time.
It felt like 5 years ago. It felt like it was too long.
It was quite a while ago. A lot has a lot of things have happened since then in many ways, right? So it's good to catch up.
Do tell. What's going on with you?
Well, hey, I think last time I was here. I want to say last time I spoke to you, I might have been in New Jersey, but I think I was here in Philly. I'm in Philly, like I have been most of my life. Anybody that's in Philly and in here, drop a thumbs up or something. And but A Taste of the Culture is still rolling. I actually took a little break at the end of the summer, early fall, just to recalibrate and get things together. You guys probably know, being an entrepreneur is not an easy job. It's not a job, right? It's a full-time everything. And I still do actually have a full-time job, and I'm a husband, I'm a father. So, all those things, sometimes you have to kind of take a step and recalibrate. So I was happy to do that. And, I'm actually full throttle now with the subscriptions now quarterly, and I also have standalone cocktail boxes that I offer. So trying to change things up and offer some variety for everybody. So, the reception seems to be pretty good, and I'm always happy to continue to do what I do and amplify Black-owned brands.
Outstanding. Can you tell us more about the cocktail boxes? Because that looks like something I want to order about 10 of those.
Sure.
Yeah.
So the idea came from me just doing the subscription, right? When I first started, my subscription was monthly. And there will be times when, every month it was a different spirit or wine that was available. And if you missed it, you missed it, right? And then people would reach out and say, hey, in March, they missed the February box and they wanted to try it. So I was like, all right, I think there's a way for me to make that work where I can still work with the brands and get you those things at a different time. And it just made sense for me to be like, all right, let me just order a little extra of everything, right? And offer those, because everybody discovers the brand at different times. So it's an opportunity for people to try everything out. And I've also done some certain boxes that are outside of the subscription, right? So one of the boxes I have now is the Den of Thieves whiskey box, where you receive Den of Thieves whiskey, a couple of Tristan Lee cigars, and you also get a cigar case, which is another business that I have. So I thought it was a good idea to kind of bring all those things together. And there's a lot of, I'm a whiskey cigar fan, so I figured why not?
Too.
Good. And I was like, why not offer something that I would like? And that was that was really the motivation for that.
I dig it. So, Den of Thieves. All right, I'm a young man at the house. I want to get a package like this. What is the price point? Like, what am I expecting to run to get?
Sure. So, I think for me, it's all about access, right? So I decided to offer some variety, and these are all you're getting 3 products, remember, and they're all at a pretty steep discount. So Den of Thieves has 4 different whiskey varieties. They have their straight bourbon, they have a chocolate flavor, a ginger vanilla flavor, and an 8-year-old whiskey. But I'm offering you in the box, you get 2 cigars. Those cigars typically retail for, an average of about $18 a piece. And then you're getting a cigar case, and those will range too. So I decided to create 3 different tiers, right? So the first box is $100 with just the straight bourbon. The flavored whiskey box is $150, and then the 8-year-old box is $300. But you're getting like the cigar cases in that box. I sell that for $300 by itself usually. So I wanted to find a way to make it work, obviously, but also it's because it's the holidays. I think it's a good time for something like that. So. And I'll step away for a second and show you kind of what those cigar cases look like. It's top notch. The
Let's do
$300
it.
box you're getting. Say it again.
Yeah, let's see it.
We want
I
to
got
see
you.
it. We
Yeah.
want to see it.
Hey,
One second.
I know, like, we're in the holiday season, and I mean, I got to start buying gifts for somebody. And so, like, this sounds like a great holiday gift to, like, start going into the, like, what can you get quarterly, but, like, get a subscription, birthday, holidays, all of this. So, like, this sounds like a great opportunity for someone, like, we ain't gonna say no name, but, like, this is a great opportunity to really, really, like, buy something that someone you love, that someone you want to make sure has great taste in, like, I ain't gonna call it luxury, but like just good items, right? Like that just likes wine, who likes whiskey, who likes good drinks, who likes a good cigar, like the finer things. I like that,
You're
I like the
exactly
finer
right.
things, so
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, and so do I. So I mean, that was a goal was to offer that, right? So, so an example, right, is this cigar case I have here. This is one of my tops. So I have another business called Impresario
I mean, we
Lifestyle.
both did it. Let's see what we're like.
hey, we try to keep it cute. I ain't got my glasses on, so I gotta lean in when I see something.
You were
You hold it
like,
up real
Here,
good for me.
don't worry.
I'm playing
I'll share this
Hold
with
up.
you.
and I got my glasses
Oh,
on. We
look
were
at
like,
Yeah. This
Look
is
at the
this is
craftsmanship on that.
is that
yeah.
leather? I
This
feel
is
like
leather.
I'm
This
coming
is
to
genuine
America.
leather.
What is
Yeah.
that?
This is
What is
genuine
that?
leather. So this actually comes with, and all my friends borrow all my stuff, but this cigar case comes with a lighter and a cutter too. It comes with it, right? So this cigar case in that $300 box, you're getting this cigar case. You're getting 2 Tristan Lee cigars. These are Nicaraguan puros. So the wrapper and the fillers are all Nicaraguan. You're getting those 2 and a bottle of whiskey, all for $300, but plus shipping. So I tried to make it affordable, but also you are getting something that's luxury, right? Like this cigar case I'm selling for about $300 by itself, right? So the idea is to give you all that stuff that goes together, and you're exactly right. I mean, I wanted to make stuff that I would buy, right? And I would totally buy this. I came up with the cigar case business because I always wanted to buy a cigar case. And believe it or not, most of them cost more than $300, right? So I was like, you know what? I can maybe help out and people can get something a little bit more affordable, but also still get that luxury.
Where can people order that from?
So this box I'm selling on the A Taste of the Culture website. So I'll drop it in here, and then I'll send it to you guys to share. I would even be happy to offer a discount code to everybody that's viewing today. I think that's something we
Look,
could
we
do.
need all of that, brother. Everybody wants a discount code. So
Yeah.
is it tasteofculture.com?
Tasteoftheculture.com is my site. I'll make sure I drop that here in the comments. But you can just go to our Instagram page, go to the link tree, and it's going to take you right there. And I'll create the discount code when we're done here. We'll make it Rose Hour, right? It's easy. We'll give everybody that check this out today 20% off of the boxes. I'm happy to do that.
And you know what? Rose Hour is gonna push it. We're gonna be like out here like salt and pepper. Well,
appreciate it.
Well, like more like mocha and chocolate, like pushing it out there.
That's all brown, so it's all good.
Right. We all pots of Nestle. Wow. I know you got a lot because like you are all about like this whole cigar life. We've been to cigar bars and like you be like, let me get the cigar with the blah blah blah, the blue blue blue, and the
I'm
ooh,
heading
ooh,
to
ooh.
one after this, actually.
Oh
Hey, look at
wow,
that. Look, he's
okay.
like, hey man, wrap this up so I can get to the party.
No, of course not, of course not. But hey, you know, it's a lifestyle. I think everybody that's a part of it understands that, and that was kind of what I wanted to do is bring those two things together. You know, I've been, we talked about this before. You know, I've worked in the spirits industry for quite some time. It's been 8 years this year, and cigars were a passion. And I was like, you know what, you know, let me. If I ever wanted to start a business, why not start a business that's something that you care about, that you know about? And that was the idea to bring all those things together. And cigars and whiskey, cigars and spirits are easy pairing. I smoke cigars and drink tequila or whiskey or whatever. So even rosé. I mean, it's there's no discrimination here.
Hey, I feel you because I would pair my cigar with anything that's getting pulled up. So
Yes.
I definitely feel you on that. All right, we got subscription boxes. What else can we get from a Taste of Culture?
Right. So I'm glad you asked. So the first box I talked about was Den of Thieves. So that's one of my standalone boxes. As far as the subscription box goes, that's quarterly now. Last time we spoke, it was monthly. I decided to make it quarterly to make it bigger and better, right? So you were getting at a time you were getting one every month, and I thought it went well. But you know, me working and me having a family, I just wanted to be able to dedicate some time to making it awesome and adding as much to it as I could. So I decided to make it quarterly and make it special. So the last box for this year is going out next month in December. It's going to get to everyone right in time for New Year's Eve. And it's going to feature a champagne, of course, because why not? But I'm also going to send you some other things. I'm going to send you some gin. I'm going to send you a lemon peeler. I'm going to send you some glassware so you can make a French 75. So you all,
Yes. Sorry.
yeah.
I got to blow the whistle time out. What is the French 75?
So a French 75 is a really classic cocktail. It's made with champagne and gin and lemon juice. It's a really classic cocktail. It's really light. It's really flavorful. And pretty much the December box is called A Toast to 2022. So the idea is that you have everything you need, whether you just want to drink your champagne and a flute by itself and toast it up, or you want to make a French 75. You can do that. And you know, and everything in the box is Black owned, of course. So you know, I thought it would be a great way to cap the year and lead into the new year.
I love that.
Thank
Don't
you.
you?
Yes.
So I gotta ask this question.
Sure.
You know, it seems like you guys are on a great trajectory. You know, you guys have done some amazing things and pairing,
Thank you.
cigars and wine, spirits, and especially like glasses. And shout out to you because you said that's a box and we enjoyed it.
Good.
What are some of your long-term goals with A Taste of Culture? Because like I feel like this is like an experience you can have in different cities because like Black culture, especially with wine and spirits and just the whole like cigar smoking is so different from city to city. Like I'm from Chicago, right? It's a whole different experience than where I live here in DC. Because like what we experience here when we're going out in DC is different when we go out in Chicago versus when we went out in Philly versus when we go to New York or even when we're in the UAE. It is completely different. So like, what's some of your goals? Because I feel like I don't know. I feel like I could see A Taste of Culture being like an international like brand where we're going to different like locations and like I'm having a Taste of Culture experience in LA. And you have like this cultivated like situation where I'm like, I'm here for the Taste of Culture situation today.
All right. Thank you. One, that's a great compliment. I appreciate that. And you're exactly right. UAE, which I've been to Dubai, I didn't even think of that. So I might have to steal that from you.
Don't forget to go to Abu Dhabi. It's only 30 minutes away.
I went
the way they drive, it's 15.
Yeah. So I went to Dubai maybe 5 years ago and we flew into Abu Dhabi. So we stayed there for like a day and did all the, touristy stuff. We went to the mosque and whatnot, my wife and I. It was a lot of fun. I need to go back. I think a lot has changed since then. It was like 6 years ago, 5 years ago. But great question, great compliment. You're exactly right. That's exactly what my plans are. I think one of the reasons why I went to work in spirits is exactly kind of what you're describing, is that a lot of the times, like when you talk about cognac or you talk about scotch or vodka or different spirits, it ends up kind of taking you to the place where it's from, right? Like scotch is only from Scotland, Irish whiskey from Ireland, cognac from Cognac, France, right? So the idea is that you're getting not only a taste of that place, but you're experiencing the culture from those places. And I feel like what I'm trying to do is similar, right? Where many black-owned wine and spirits brands are regional successes, right? And that's kind of how they were able to get started, right? You have a brand like, I mean, you're down in DC, and a lot of these brands have expanded beyond there, but they were started out being stars down there. Whiskey Right, Foudre Vodka, Black Leaf Vodka, all those brands that are based down in that area. And one of my goals is to definitely do events like that where, we can do pop-ups or festivals or whatever it is in these different cities where we are, right? DC, Chicago, one of my favorite cities, Miami, Atlanta, Houston, places like that where we are to do those type of things and celebrate those brands. But I definitely have grand designs. I mean, ultimately, I would love to create some type of, I don't know if it's a storefront necessarily, but some type of like tasting room or something of the sort where, I would feature, because there's, at this point, there's 170, 180 different like owned wine and spirits, right? So there's not many places you could get all of them, right? So whether it's a retail store or something along those lines, I would want to do at some point to give people that experience, be able to try all those things. Much like, people go to, Louisville, Kentucky and go to the Bourbon Trail, right? Like we can do that, right? Not only Uncle Nearest is a great example, right? They open up the distillery, but there's so many brands that can do that. But there's also situations like something like a Taste of the Culture tasting room, and you can go and try those things out. So I think the sky's the limit. I think that's, I guess I'm not lucky, but it's kind of cool that when I came up with the idea is that it's very general, right? So there's many different directions you can take it, and I want to make sure I take advantage of all of them, really.
Yeah. Well, I know. So Ben, you, sir, I know you have a lot of, because like we call him bartender Ben for a reason, right?
Yeah,
It
there you
is
go.
not for play. We are very serious
Not at
about
all, period.
why. Like he built a bar in the house.
Yeah, hey, you got to do that. This is where my bar is going to be eventually. You see my old-fashioned picture up there.
Yes.
Probably
And
in a
he's an
couple of
old
months.
fashioned connoisseur as well. Oh
There
wait,
you
so
go.
okay. I got one question, and then I'm gonna turn it back to you because you triggered something, and not in a bad way. Trigger. Old fashioned.
Mhm.
What is your go to? Because I'm gonna ask you too. Your drink of choice or your liquor of choice for your old fashions, and then I want you to answer that, and then ask your question.
Good question. What's funny is, I mean, most of the time I do love a whiskey, right? Like I'm kind of biased. I worked for a certain set of brands for a long time, so I do love those. But now, I mean, I like tequila old fashions. I think like a good, yeah, try it when you get a chance. If you get like a
You
really,
have to elaborate because his whole mind just exploded.
if
I saw it.
you try when you get a chance, try.
When you hear something like this, don't compute, right? So the last time I heard something like this, somebody said, "Hey, you should try a Hennessy margarita," and I was
No,
like,
that's different. No.
"What?"
No.
He was like,
What
wow.
I mean,
What?
How
do you do that? But I did it, and it was amazing.
It's just sugar.
So I'm not gonna write it off.
I mean, Hennessy margaritas can be good. I've had good ones. I've had some bad ones. Um, when you work, and I used to work for Diageo. They're the parent company for Don Julio, Johnny Walker, all those things. We used to get creative, right? And we used to try to find ways to make people try our spirits in different ways, right? So you do stuff like that. I mean, I used to actually sell Hennessy for a while too, and I definitely would, hey, go sell how this margarita for me, please, so you can buy more Hennessy, right? But but a tequila old fashioned tastes pretty good, right? Because if you get an aged tequila, it has similar properties to whiskey, and a lot of them won't be as. I mean, who doesn't love a good Woodford, right? Like Woodford Double Oak is one of my favorite bourbons, right? So that's definitely probably a go-to. But I also love, like, if you do like a Don Julio 1942 old fashioned, right? Which is probably blasphemous because technically you probably shouldn't even use that in cocktails, but I love that. It's aged really well. And I also like flavored whiskey old fashions. I think that's like a hidden gem. It started out when I was selling Crown Royal Vanilla when that came out, but now Den of Thieves Chocolate is one of the whiskeys in my box coming in the box I have out now. A chocolate whiskey old fashioned is like, and you don't even have to use chocolate bitters or any type of liqueur or anything. The whiskey's chocolate flavored, so it kind of takes all that for it. And you don't have to put any sugar in it, so it kind of gives you that flavor automatically. So that's a hidden gem.
Wow. That's just crazy to me that like there's a whole world of old fashions that's outside of just the normal. I mean,
for sure.
You know what I mean? Like just like everything has evolved, but like
that's
crazy.
I'll blow your mind further. Try a vodka one when you get a chance. A really, really high end vodka will make a good old.
Well, actually, we have a vodka. Wait, where's the vodka? I think it's
over there.
Bernard. Is the vodka with you, or did we put it away? Oh my God! Let me grab the vodka.
Well, why she grabbing that? I have a question.
Yeah.
Can we do an old fashioned subscription box?
Why not? Let's do it.
Hey, I think that's amazing. I like my old fashions with maples.
Okay. What vodka is that?
So this is Vogel, right? Vogel wines. So they got a vodka that's coming out.
Okay.
And
we already had to pop it because that's how good it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it has jewels in it and all of that.
It has Spassky crystals in it.
Wow.
In the bottle.
Wow.
And wait, open the top. So every bottle of the vodka, just gotta pull it. It's child proof. We ain't got no babies, but we got a dog.
Hey, you see how it comes with a pour on it?
Okay. So it's bartender ready. I like that.
Already out the box.
And
wow.
When we tell you this vodka is smooth.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, there's some like a quality vodka will make a good old fashioned too. Like old fashioned is one of those things. Like, yeah, I mean, it tastes the best with whiskey, but if you're down to try some stuff, which I always am, you start experimenting and you never know what you come up with.
Yeah. So what are you doing for the holidays? The holidays are coming up. Is happy Honda days, happy Toyota days, happy Audi days. We're Audi people. So like, what is a Taste of Culture doing for the holiday season? And for subscription boxes and also trying to get out there all these amazing cigars and Black owned wine and spirits out there.
Good question. I think really the two products I have out now had the holidays in mind, and that's why I released them both this month, just in time for the holiday season, holiday gift giving. So the Den of Thieves box is definitely, I would say, a really great gift for people. Anybody that likes whiskey and cigars, or anything remotely, if you're trying to get somebody, if they're like a new person to it, like perfect gift for them. And then there's still openings for subscribers, right? So I don't have a closed membership, so I think the Toast of 2022 is a great gift as well. For somebody that's obviously wants to pop some champagne for New Year's, right? So I think either one of those boxes are perfect for that, and that's why I released both of them now. I released them about a week ago, so the idea was to kind of get it out there for people to have for the holidays. And I'll make sure Black Friday's next week, we'll do a couple sales, some nice sales for people to get some discounts for everybody for supporting us we've been out for almost a year officially, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, I mean that's thank you. I had the holidays in mind for sure with all of this though. So I'm really excited to celebrate with everybody, because one of the great things about starting this business is I've been seeing more Black-owned brands in prominent positions than ever before, right? And obviously I can't take any credit for that, but I think we all can, right? Because there's many other people doing what I do or something similar, and you have other brands that are doing what they do. So it's great to see, just the awareness build up. I mean, you have La Fête du Rosé, which they have a partnership with a large supplier now, So they're, all over the country. LS Cream just announced a big deal that they're doing. Then they're expanding
And they're
nationwide.
here in DC
Yeah.
now.
So it's great.
Sorry,
I mean, these are
we're just happy because
no. I mean,
they actually like added us about it.
no, that's great. I mean, they're Miriam and Stevens are awesome. They were one of the first people I talked to actually when I started, and they were one of the inspirations behind the brand, honestly, because I saw an interview they did, and it let me know, like, you know what, I could do this, right? And I love to see where they are now versus where they were, and I know, they're going to just continue to climb and grow, and it's going to be amazing. So, I think that's one of the things that I'm proud of is, I have a small little percentage of some of that, but it's great to be a part of it. And again, I probably told you, Ben, when you interviewed me previously, is like, it was great to have all the experience I had. I worked for some big companies. I sold a lot of brands, but it's like there's people like me that make stuff that's just as good or even better. Like, why don't I, put my energy behind that? And that's really been fulfilling for me to do that.
Well, why don't we give you a quick toast? Because we are so proud of the work you've done in amplifying Black small businesses, because during a pandemic, it is not easy to do. And you have continued to be a beacon to so many and help them continue to thrive during this time. So thank you to Sean, Taste the Culture, and all you do for Black small businesses.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I hope everybody took a sip with us on that.
Yeah.
So anything you want to sort of wrap up with today?
Well, I have one question before we go.
Sure.
If I wanted to give someone one of your subscription boxes, how can I do it?
Good question. So there are a couple different ways. On our site, you can buy gift cards. That's probably the easiest way. We have different denominations that match up with the prices of the products, or not. It's kind of whatever you want to do. But other people have pretty much purchased a membership or purchased a box themselves and just put in the shipping information for whoever is to receive it, right? So if you're buying it for a friend in Chicago, just put their shipping information in. So really, really easy. I try to make things really simple because I want things to be simple in life. It makes things so much easier for everybody. But yeah, I mean, we are the perfect gift. So I definitely encourage it for sure. And we can add gift messages, things like that, anything that you want to do. Just drop a note when you purchase it. We'll make sure to take care of it.
Well, and I love how he added for the people in Chicago. So, all my friends who have joined,
there you go.
Happy holidays. Guess you're for Christmas.
Get a box.
Or you're getting one from us.
You're getting a box.
That's what you're getting.
Full of goodies.
All of the goodies. Sean, this has been so amazing. We want to thank you for all of your time today. You've been so amazing. How can people follow and connect with you?
Thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. I love to have these conversations. Part of Taste of the Culture is about the Black-owned brands, right? But it's also about us and Black professionals in the business too. I think that was kind of where it started, right? Being a Black professional in the business and realizing that there weren't many of us, and it's hard. And we're very talented, and we have to continue. It's a competition for a lot of us, especially when I worked for a lot of those big companies, right? But sticking together is going to make us more successful. So I appreciate this opportunity to have this conversation, and kudos to you guys for what you're doing. As far as following me, I'm an open book. Sean A. McLeod on just about every platform. But you can also follow A Taste of the Culture or my cigar page, which is Impresario Lifestyle. And I have links to all that on my personal page. I'm on pretty much every network there is, TikTok, Snapchat, LinkedIn, all the good stuff. So feel free, I'm always open to drop me. You can drop me a line.
Yes. And I just want to shout out, there's been so many people dropping in and out the chat today and watching the live. Want to shout out 1010 Wine and Events out there in Inglewood, California, Pull-Up Cards, all the amazing friends that
shout out to Liz at Pull-Up.
Wines and Spirits, Cokes FM.
I see
there's been so many people watching the live. We want to thank you all so much for joining us today. We really, 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 really appreciate you all. I can't even name all the people that have been in and out today, but shout out to them. I don't know if there's anybody you want to give a shout out to, Sean, but like giving you that opportunity as well.
Oh, thank you. Just shout out to everybody that supported A Taste of the Culture and myself over the past year and change. I see some people in here who I surveyed when it was just this is an idea, right? I had an idea. Could I start this business? And I literally did an Instagram poll and I did a Survey Monkey and just started asking people, and I got a lot of great feedback, and they let me know that then this was something that was viable. So, it's too many people to name, but shout out to everybody that supported me. Obviously, the family, my wife, who probably wants to kill me half of the time, but
yes, and I see Culture Uncorked as well.
Yes,
shout out to
Shout out to
y'all. The Happy Cork Brooklyn, like they also have been on here tonight, so shout out to them as well. There's been just so many amazing people. Moody 24, Black Love Bible, Kate's Yes 116, A Wine Affair, PLD 831, Be Great 202, Lex Grace J, Hey J Rose. Like, there's just so many amazing people that have joined today. And we just want to say thank you for joining both of our lives, because we appreciate the support, love, and also we love y'all and all what y'all do too. So thank you. Sean, this has been so much fun. We know that there's going to be so much in store for 2022. It's so weird to say that number, 2022.
It's crazy, but it's good though.
Good for Brandy, right?
Further we get away from 2020, it's a good thing.
Further we get away from 2020 is a good thing, is right.
I can't argue with that.
That's right. And we can't wait to host you here in DC. So let us know, because you see that Capitol right there. We can't wait to. We got a rooftop. We got some stuff. We got some star bars. We got some ideas. Let us know when you're ready to be in the district.
No, I was going to ping you guys after this, because I do want to do some things down there. I was going to mention how awesome the background looks. That's pretty impressive.
Well, thank you. Welcome to the district.
DC's one of my favorite cities. Every time I go down there, I always have a good time. I was last down there in May. I was working at the Preakness. Well, that was Baltimore, but I went to DC too. Yeah, but I went to whenever I go to Baltimore, I go to DC too. So I was down there one of the days.
Yeah, if you're in Baltimore, you might as well come to DC.
I always go to both. But yes, I definitely will talk to you guys, because I do have some plans next year to do some things down there. So we can definitely talk about that.
Sounds like a plan. Well, thanks so much.
Awesome. Have a good night, guys. Thank you again.
Bye. Peace. All right, friends. It's been so much fun. Bartender Ben, any last words, hope, inspirations? We got more Vouvet. What you got to say? We got Vouvet. What you got to say?
It's 12.5%. I love it. We about out of here. I need to refill my drink and get a tour for the rest of the evening. So, Bartender Ben, I'm here with Renee. You got Taste of Culture. My man, 100 Grand with the plan. And we out here. We gone. We out. We got to cut the live. Cut the live off. Cut it off.
Cut the live.
Cut it off. Oh, the lights fell. What the hell?
The camera fell.